What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here, delarose.com. That's DELARROZ.com. I am a science fiction writer and comic creator, so if you like my thoughts on comics, please head to the links in the description below, sign up for my newsletter, check out my books on Amazon. It's the best way to support the channel and what we're doing here. All right, this is the Star Trek graphic novel collection, and I've been reviewing these periodically. It's an awesome deal from Eagle Moss and IDW, and they made these like matching spines. It's got the vast majority of Star Trek comics ever. They're in pretty much no order that I don't know why they're in the order they are, but it does form a pretty picture on the spine and all that, and so I've been reading them periodically. Now I'm skipping now, if you've been watching my reviews, all the way to 126, and there's a reason I'm doing that, is that there's a Star Trek Lit Universe reading order flowchart, which you can Google. Maybe I'll put that in the description below also. But this covers novels and comics post Deep Space Nine ending. And so they continued basically the stories of these through books. They just ended this whole universe because, of course, it contradicts in continuity with Picard and all that. But N Vector is actually listed as something that's in there. So I skipped ahead to this because this is about where I'm at in my Deep Space Nine reading order right now, in terms of reading the novels and all that. So I wanted to just continue that along. Now this does take place after Deep Space Nine is over, and Miles O'Brien has gone to be he works at the Starfleet Academy now. Kira's in charge of the station, and this was originally, I believe, a Wildstorm comic back in the 90s, 1999. Yes, this was a Wildstorm comic. And here it is. There's the cover. So this was a short miniseries, and there's a mystery on the station. Chief O'Brien gets blamed for sabotage, of all things. It doesn't make a ton of sense on that level. But they claim he did it, and it turns out there's something else that's a bigger mystery going on. Now, the art on this is really weird, impressionistic, and strange. The characters don't look like the characters. It's really hard to read as you get through some of this stuff. I really can't handle this art style, I'm not going to lie. I did not enjoy it. Everything was pretty slow. It's an investigation story, which is not that bad on its surface. There's a bad guy kind of messing around with Quark. There's another bad guy kind of messing around with Julian, or a good guy who is, well, it's complicated. Let's put it that way. See, Kira looks just funky here. What are those claws? You know, it just doesn't work. And I just really, the art's hard to get past when you're reading this. That's supposed to be Ezri, I guess. She's got spots. Oof, yeah. Anyway, there's a Romulan guy who invented this like virus, which is like a virus that actually goes through inanimate objects, and it's all kind of nonsensical on every level, and it can screw things up. So the virus can infect people, it can infect the station, it can infect your runabouts, everything, and they were inventing it as like a war weapon sort of concept. And they accuse O'Brien again, like I said, nonsensical. Look at some of the funky art again. Just, man, I really did not like it. This stuff's okay. Like, if you look into the space stuff, that actually works out. The figures just don't look right. Cool? Not cool. Not sure. And of course, people are after it for nefarious purposes and all that, which is where Quark kind of gets involved. And eventually they exonerate Miles O'Brien, and people get taken over. The station starts to distort from all the... I mean, it is cool and artsy as a concept. It just kind of doesn't make a lot of sense. And eventually they figure out a way to get rid of the virus, and that's that. It all comes back to normal. Seems like the art almost gets lazier as it gets going along. Yikes. Yeah, it was hard for me to get through because of that. You get some cool bonuses in the back. These are communicator strips they had from 1979. I really appreciate all of these. Look at these advertisements from Star Trek for different products. That these were like, I think, McDonald's Happy Meal comic strips, it said. Pretty neat. I'm glad that they're in there. Viewer lenses strips. So they had these like viewer lens things, and it would go from one to another. Also pretty cool. So the extras made it kind of worth opening. The storyline was okay. I mean, you get to see the characters in their post Deep Space Nine spot. The art's so hard to get through, and like I said, the nonsensical nature of just accusing O'Brien of treason and things like that. After season 7, it's just, it didn't quite work. So this one's like a 5 out of 10 overall. One of the worst ones I've read, but it is in that place in continuity in the Trek reading order. So there you go. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.